Welcome back, and time now for your top stories on the morning brief. All routes led to Edo State on Thursday as the race for the September 21st governorship election gains momentum, with various parties wrapping up their primaries. The ruling People's Democratic Party in the state appears to have resolved the issue of who is to fly its flag, as lawyer and entrepreneur Asue Ighodalo has emerged winner in the party's governorship primary election. He polled 577 votes to defeat 7 other contestants in the primary conducted at the tennis court of the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City, the state capital.
I will work tirelessly for our state. I will assemble a group of young men, women, older, middle-aged, the best hands possible to move our state to the next level. And I promise you all that I will give you my all.
However, supporters of the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Shaibu, who claimed to be delegates, alleged being reportedly prevented from taking part in the accreditation process for the primary election at the main venue. They were said to have subsequently taken their protest to the Deputy Governor's residence, where they declared him winner in a parallel election.
I fought the good fight for you, my people. Along the way, suffered humiliation, enjoyed many moments of victory, but I am thankful in all things. I have been bruised, but not crushed. Persecuted, but not abandoned. Badly hurt, but not destroyed. I resonate with the tireless, irresponsible spirit of the Edo people. By the grace of God, nothing and no one can stop us. After all, I be original Edo son. Wow, 100% homeboy. This is why today I stand before you with great conviction and resolve, as I declare my intention to run for the office of the Governor of Edo State.
An old actuality of the Deputy Governor when he declared his ambition. In the meantime, the outcome of the All Progressives Congress primary is still being expected as the party completes its primary after the outcome of the previous poll last Saturday, where 3 contestants came out as winners. There's a heavy presence of security operatives on the streets leading to the hotel where the collation center is situated. And within the hotel premises itself, Chairman of the revised APC Edo Governorship Election Committee, Governor Asue of Cross River State, says there is nothing like zoning in the poll, in line with the party's leadership stance, maintaining also that he is the one to announce the result. Also, the APC leadership has denied sacking Governor Hope Uzodimma of Imo State as the chairman of the Edo State Governorship Primary Election Committee. Addressing a news conference in Abuja, National Publicity Secretary of the party, Mr. Felix Morka, explained that Governor Uzodimma only stepped aside from concluding the primary election due to a scheduled engagement at the National Executive Council.
The attention of the All Progressives Congress has been drawn to reports in sections of the media suggesting that Governor of Imo State and Chairman of the Progressives Governors Forum, His Excellency Hope Uzodimma, was sacked or dropped as the Chairman of the Edo State Gubernatorial Primary Election Committee and replaced with His Excellency the Governor of Cross River State, Basi Otu. We wish to clarify that Governor Uzodimma was neither sacked nor dropped, as has been erroneously reported, but was unavoidably unavailable to lead the completion of the party's Edo State gubernatorial primary election process due to his prior scheduled attendance of and presentation of a report to the National Economic Council meeting today, February 22nd, 2024. As a result, His Excellency Basi Otu, Governor of Cross River State, who was the deputy chairman of the committee, graciously accepted to serve as the chairman and to complete the Edo State gubernatorial primary election process.
And just before we leave Edo State, and ahead of the September 21 governorship election still, the Zenith Labour Party, ZLP, has presented Bishop Akalame as its candidate. The primary is held at the Uselu axis of the Benin-Lagos Expressway under a peaceful atmosphere. The flag bearer says his party made a good choice by fielding him as its candidate.
Today, I don't just have the support of the people, I have the support of the party. And they have given me the mandate, given me the opportunity to fly the flag of the party to contest the Edo 2024 governorship election. I am so happy. Now, from April, the work will start. I will begin to see how we can work to ensure that we rescue Edo State from the cobweb of stagnation, from the economic comatose we have found ourselves today. I am so happy. Edo will begin to experience good governance when I take over the matter of leadership for governing Obaseki.
Well, we'll see how that plays out. Away from Edo now, a chaotic scene was reported at the Kaduna-Abuja highway on Thursday morning as protesters blocked the highway leading into the Federal Capital Territory. According to eyewitnesses, the protesters are lamenting the rising food prices in the country. It was gathered that the protest turned violent as suspected hoodlums hijacked trailers loaded with food items at the Suleja junction on the Abuja-Kaduna highway in Niger State. According to the report, the truck was conveying food items meant for traders at the popular Madala market within the area, which opens on Thursdays. However, soldiers from the Guards Brigade dispersed the suspected hoodlums, while other security operatives restored normalcy to the area, allowing free flow of vehicles. And what seems to be a similar incident in Borno State, some internally displaced persons living in Dikwa local government area say if no action is taken about food, they are ready to return to Douala in Cameroon from where they were before they moved to Borno. According to them, they got enough food in Douala and are asking government to take action, saying that many people living there are in a critical condition. And now to security matters. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has warned those he says are advocating a coup due to economic hardship, emphasizing patience and the superiority of democracy. General Musa made this remark while addressing journalists at the Nigeria Army 6th Division headquarters in Port Harcourt, River State, after commissioning some building projects.
We do better during democracy, and so we will continue to support democracy. And any of those ones that are calling for anything other than democracy, I think are evil people and they don't mean us well. And then they should be very, very careful because the laws will come after them. We can see with democracy a lot of things happening in Nigeria. Yes, we're going through trying periods. I mean, in life, nothing is 100%. Everybody goes through trying period, and it is what you do with them. And we can see the government putting in efforts to ensure that we come out better. And it is when you go through difficulties and you come out better, you really appreciate what it is to build a nation. And so that's what we're going through. So we're going through our trying period, but I can assure Nigerians that it will get better. All we need is all of us putting our hands together to ensure that we defeat those enemies of the government.
And as Nigeria grapples with insecurity, kidnapping and other crimes, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State has declared his support for state police, which bill is currently being considered for passage in the National Assembly. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated this among other issues during a media chat at the Lagos House Marina.
The good news is that I've given approval for us to recruit additional 4,000, 4 to 5,000 actually. I've given them approval to employ. And this is job for our youth, this is job for our able-bodied men. And so out of that number, we'll give some to CBD, we'll give some to KAI, but a significant chunk of it will be in our neighborhood. And what that means for me is that if they give approval for state police today, I have 10,000 men that I can further train and get them ready, and these are people that know the entire community. They are people that knows, every nook and cranny. In fact, at some of our state security meetings, they give us intel. They give us all of the black spots, all of the things that are happening. They provide those intelligence for us. But it's just that they don't have, the constitutional means to act. But they can give us, what is happening in all communities and regular police narrative. So you can imagine if that is now turned around to be a proper law enforcement, with all of the apparatus of state organ, they will hit the ground running. And we can, on our own, have a plan to double that number, and to take it to a number that will make policing effective and efficient for a big city, of our size. So yes, I'm strongly for it, and I'm waiting for it.
The National Economic Council is urging concerted efforts to ensure that local commodities are not dollarized in the face of the rising cost of food and other commodities. The council, during its meeting held virtually and chaired by Vice President Kashim Shettima, also directed the review of the National Food Security Strategy to, among other things, focus on price stabilization. And as we coast home, a high-rise residential building in the Spanish city of Valencia has been engulfed by fire. And the blaze was said to have occurred at a 14-story block in the Campana neighborhood and spread to an adjoining building. Firefighters have been seen rescuing people from balconies, and local media reports others may be trapped inside. At least 14 people, including 6 firefighters and a young child, have been injured. And Super Falcons and reigning Africa Women's Goalkeeper of the Year, Chiamaka Nnadozie, says the 9-time African champions are well prepared for Friday's Olympic qualifier against the Lionesses of Cameroon in Douala. The Super Falcons are on a revenge mission against the indomitable Lionesses, who stopped their march to the London 2012 Olympics.
Happy to be back again this year with the girls, and yeah, we are in a good spirit and everyone is happy to be here. We are prepared mentally, physically, we are prepared. The season is on in our clubs and we've been playing well, we've been training so hard. While playing there, our minds are here, thinking about the tasks ahead of us. And we did very well during the World Cup, and we don't want to relent on the previous success. This is a new year, new phase. Like you said, this is Africa, different ball game. So we just have to focus. Cameroon is a very good side, and we just have to be careful, and we just have to come out strong and play against them. And hopefully we'll bring the 3 points home.
And that sums it up on stories making the headlines on the morning brief. But what are you saying about some of these big stories? We're going to start reviewing that for you as Jeffrey joins me now. Absolutely. Jeffrey, 10,000 neighborhood watch corps can be absorbed if the bill to consider state police sails through. That gives cause for excitement, doesn't it?
Yeah, Lagos appears to be ahead of the curve, apparently, with this. So he says more people will be recruited. So naturally, we hope and expect that bill to pass. I think a second reading, but the third reading and all of that, because the president is quite willing to sign that bill and ensure that security is decentralized. So what the governor was trying to say is that we're already prepared. So if it's approved, we have some level of training for this gentleman, and what we'll do, upskill that training, and let's see how it plays out from there. And I'm sure that other governors right now who also have their own community guards and all of that will be thinking in that direction. So yeah, so we should be ready for what has never happened before. I don't think it's ever happened. State policing. Let's see how it plays out. There are people that have complained about the cons, but we feel some people are saying the pros seem to outweigh the cons given the insecurity we're experiencing in the country. Let's see how it plays out. Well, that's all we're saying.
From what the governor says, it seems to hold a lot of promise. So let's see how it plays out. And yes. I wonder, by the way, what happens to the Southwest Security Initiative when or if the bill sails through.